Hey everybody, welcome to Mathematical Production. Today we'll be going over how to factor a quadratic trinomial equation by using the x method. So just as a refresher, a quadratic equation is any equation that can be broken down into the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. So the x method is a very helpful tool that you could use in order to further break down this form into two binomials, right? So that will give you x plus a number and then times x plus another number. And this is a very helpful form when you're trying to solve for the quadratic or just rearrange it to an easier form. So before you could go ahead and use this method, however, a has to be equal to 1. So that is one of the requirements for this method. And also, just a piece of advice, if your equation has complicated numbers and long decimals, then I recommend not using this method, right? So let's say you had x squared plus 0.701x plus 7 over 21. This method would not be the easiest method to use for solving this equation or breaking it down. So I recommend using this tool for more simple equations. All right, so the first step of using this method is to go ahead and draw an x. And what you want to do is put the value of b on the top and put the value of c on the bottom. So now we're trying to find two numbers that when you add them together, they get you the value of b. And then when you multiply them together, they give you the value of c. So for our example, we're going to have x squared plus 5x plus 6. So now we're going to go ahead and break down all of the factors for 6. So I like to break down all of the factors for c first because typically there will be less options for c than trying to find all the numbers to add together to equal b. So when we're breaking down 6, you have 1 times 6, negative 1 times negative 6, 2 times 3, and negative 2 times negative 3. So now what we're going to do is add all of these factors together and to see if any of them equals 5. So 1 plus 6 will give you 7, which is not equal to 5, so therefore that is wrong. Negative 1 plus negative 6 equals negative 7, which is also not 5, and so that's also wrong. 2 plus 3 equals 5, which is what we're looking for, right? So therefore 2 and 3 are going to be your two solutions for the factoring form. So now we could go ahead and rearrange this quadratic trinomial into two binomials. So you're going to have x plus 2, because that's the first number you found, and times x plus 3, because that's the second number you found. And now this is going to be your answer, right? And if you want to go ahead and prove this, what you can do is just multiply them back together, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to have x plus 2 times x plus 3. So x times x and x times 3 is going to give you x squared plus 3x, and then 2 times x and 2 times 3 is going to give you 2x plus 6. And then when you combine like terms, you're going to be left with x squared plus 5x plus 6, which is the same equation that she started off with. So that's how you could kind of check to verify that she did it right. All right, and just a few more tips before we go. I just want to let y'all know that if c is negative, then that means your two numbers that you're looking for, one has to be positive and one has to be negative. If c is positive and b is negative, then that means the two numbers that you're looking for are both negative. If c and b are both positives, then that means the two numbers you're looking for are both positives. So these rules you can kind of verify by just using the rules of negative and positives. And they're just very helpful to reduce the amount of time that it takes you to find your solution. All right, so hopefully y'all found this video helpful. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.